everybody, it's Bill with Strong Healthy Seniors. I want to tell you today about a 5-minute workout that changes everything about working out, changes everything about your life. At last, a fitness channel for seniors with an actual senior, not AI, human being here, not a 20-year-old trying to tell seniors, someone who's actually been there and actually done it. Okay, here we go. Well, I discovered this workout. It's so simple that I believe everybody overlooked it. But it takes someone simple like me to see it, you see. So, I call it the 1-rep workout. And it takes about 5 minutes. The beauty of this workout is that you can be consistent with it. It's so easy to do, you almost can't not do it. I mean, it's one repetition, but listen to this. Okay, for strength training, you need neither multiple repetitions nor do you need to exercise to failure. You just need to do a good repetition. One good repetition. And then, when you get that perfect, you can move on to another repetition and work on that till you get that perfect. Who ever thought of starting at 1? You know, whenever you go to a fitness trainer, what do? They analyze you. They, assess you. And they say, well, let's see where you can jump in, in the middle somewhere. Where can we fit you in here? And then it's too much for you. And you try and you get fatigued or you just don't have time for it. It's too much. And it's too demanding. Sometimes you think about, I gotta go do this difficult workout. You don't want to go. And you stay home. Or maybe you get injured. There's many barriers to these difficult workouts they come up with. People, let's just start at the beginning. Who ever thought about starting at the beginning, Start at the beginning, and we'll get that right, and then we'll move on to the number 2, and then we'll move on to number 3, It's that simple. You don't need an assessment. You just start at 1. 1 repetition per body part. What I discovered, and I was having a hard time too because not long ago I had this big home gym in my garage and I'm going at it, because I start out working out easy, but I just can't hardly control myself. I love to work out. So I would start working out really hard. Next thing I know, got some kind of injury or, I'm fatigued or, I had like a knee issue, ankle, hip, shoulders, elbows, wrists. Seemed like everything. Because I'm old. And it's not easy when you get old. I hear all these people say, you got to do all this, you really got to build muscle. So you got to do all this. You got to eat a lot of protein. You got to, got to do all this. So, put a lot of pressure on people. And let's face the fact, sad to say, that when you get older, a high percentage of older Americans, older seniors, probably worldwide, are dealing with at least one chronic illness, a long-term to permanent illness that's difficult to manage or to overcome or to, and then there's a high percentage, I think it's 85% of seniors have more than 2 chronic illnesses they deal with. I've had 2 or 3 myself, and I've reversed some of them because exercise and a better nutritious diet can really improve your health. Now we know that. But how do we get started? And if we get started, how do we continue? It's not that easy. It's not that easy. But This exercise plan can get you started. It's called the 1-rep workout. And it starts with, I do about a minute on my bike just to get started, just to get warmed up, just to make it easy. Has to be easy because we're just going to make this about 5 minutes. Get on there for about a minute. After you get going on your bike or your treadmill, or you're walking in place, or you're marching in place, or you're dancing for a minute, having fun, for about a minute, getting warmed up. Next thing you know, you want to move some more. You want to do a little exercise. So let's get some light weights. We'll do a little exercise. It's just 1 repetition per body part. But it's 1 repetition done really well, okay? If you ever join my podcast, and I urge you to, I'll try to provide a link here to my podcast. I come here Monday through Friday, 11 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Mountain Time, 8 o'clock Pacific in the United States. Now, in Asia, there would be midnight, I believe. I'm afraid. Sorry. I'm going to try to work out. I'm going to do a workout just for Asia. I got to get you all, because see, like if it's, say, 5 p.m. here, it'll be, oh my goodness, that won't work. If it's 9 p.m. here, let's say, if it's 9 p.m. here, it'll be 10 a.m. there, right, in Asia, I think, in China, and in the Philippines, and such as that. And Japan's not far off, so it'd be around 9 or 10 o'clock a.m. if it's in the evening here. So I'm gonna try to work that out for you, and I'd love to get this whole work. I'm gonna try to do another workout for everybody in between. Hawaii, Australia, Europe. I started something. You can't see my banner here, but it is a campaign, a challenge that I've started called 1 million seniors strong. Strong seniors, strong, healthy seniors. That's this channel. And I want to get more people exercising. So it has to be easy. But at the same time, beneficial. And this exercise routine is beneficial. It's just 1 exercise per body part. But listen to how it goes. Instead of doing all these jackhammer repetitions, that's like, let's do about 500 repetitions in the gym, about 499 of them are wasted. What good's that? For aerobics, I'll tell you, you need more motion. For strength, you don't. No. For strength, you just need a good repetition done properly. Now, you carefully take, it can be just a light weight. It can be a resistance band. It can just be your body weight. And you do a good strong movement. And then you hold it and you flex. You flex hard for a few seconds. I think about 5 to 10 seconds. And then slowly you do the eccentric, right? And then you stretch. You stretch. That's a good repetition. That 1 repetition, I'll tell you, does more than 10 or 20 or 50 frivolous repetitions. When you do 20 to 50 repetitions, generally, you're just moving. It's basic. The ones that does you the good is probably the last 1 or 2 or so, where it becomes a challenge. So let's go ahead and do the challenging one and just do that. Let's just do a challenging repetition. It's a short workout. If you'll join me here, please. It's quick. It's efficient. It's very safe. Instead of these repetitive motion injuries we'll get, shoulders, elbows, knees, hips, etc. This exercise program is so easy, and when you get warmed up and you do it properly, use proper form. Proper form is adamant on this. You're going to prevent injuries. See the wisdom of this. Start out at 1. Do the repetition perfectly for each body part. Like I said, we start out with 1 minute of just warming up somehow, however you'd like. And then we go to our it can be weights or some kind of resistance. We'll do like shoulder press, tricep extension, bicep curl. We'll do a dip or a push-up, a chin-up, or some rowing, bent over rows. We'll do a abdominal exercise. We'll do a deadlift, a squat, calf raise. Basically, that's it. And then don't ever skip your stretching, because that feels so good, and it does so much for us. Helps our flexibility, helps our balance, helps to get blood flow into our muscles, helps to get oxygen in. Does so much. So we don't ever want to skip that stretch. So look what we're going to do. We're going to do a little warm up. We're going to do one really good exercise per body part, and then we're going to do a stretch. It just takes about 5 minutes. If I don't talk too much, which I usually do, I'll try to start cutting it. But if I can get more people to join me and kind of show you and train you, maybe I'll just do where I show you how to do exercises, which exercises, how to do them, different ways with, I've got some equipment here. I've got what's called a power tower, and, I'll just show you the different exercises, how to do it different ways. I'll dedicate a video to that pretty soon. Probably my next video, just showing you the different ways of doing the exercises using different equipment. So you can pick and choose. Sometimes I think of this as the Bob Ross routine. Remember him, the painter? Joy of painting. This is a joy of fitness. He would always say, it's your picture. You're the creator. You decide what you want to do. It's yours. This is the joy of fitness. It's your routine. You pick out what you want to do. It's as long as you're here, as long as you're exercising. That's all we want. We want to get you here. We want to get you moving, get you exercising. 1 million people, 2 million people, 1 billion people. A statistic says less than 14% of seniors are exercising. Less than 14%. What's wrong? What's wrong? When I look, I'm looking at all these extras. Now, I've been exercising over 50 years. I've been here since before Arnold. I've been here since before there's gyms. I'm an old person. I've seen the whole thing grow up, and I've seen and really, a lot of times I can't believe what I'm seeing. I think that's a lot of the reason I'm here, because I've bought books, and when I read these books, I'm like, what in the world are they? And they're telling seniors to do this, and no, and videos and channels and who knows what, And when I see this, there's some out there that's beneficial, and I'm so glad for those people, and I appreciate people who are doing the right thing for seniors and for anybody trying to start out exercising. If you've heard this before, this is another reason I started this channel, because when I heard this, it just blew me away. The CDC, American Heart Association, a massive study concluded that 150 minutes, just 150 minutes per week, about 30 minutes per day for 5 days, really, not that much, of moderate physical activity, which is easy to attain, You know, 150 minutes moderate physical activity per week can reduce all-cause mortality, all causes of health-related illnesses and deaths from illnesses by over 31%. 31%, that's almost a third. Isn't that? And it's not that hard to do. You know, here's the thing. Now, I don't do 30 minutes here. If you want me to, I will. But 5 minutes of structured exercise will begin to get us healthy, begin to get us moving, begin to make us to where we're more mobile, to where we will get that 30 minutes of physical activity in our day, moderate physical activity, easily. It it won't be enough. We'll be doing that easily. I'll tell you, not to brag, but I've got a Fitbit. I get over, now, a lot of people say I do 10,000, but I think it's just a round number. I get easily 8,000 steps per day. Sometimes, up to maybe 14, 16,000 steps a day, because I'm very active. Now, I didn't used to be. I used to have, like I said, I had a few chronic illnesses. I was diagnosed with arthritis for many years, and I was struggling to walk. It would take me 2 or 3 days just to mow a small yard of mine. I'd do part of it one day, I'd rest up a day, I'd do some more of it another day. It'd take me 2 or 3 days to mow my yard. It's hard to believe looking back that I was in that kind of shape. I remember going to look for a cane or a walker or wheelchair. So, yeah, this was 10 or 15 years ago. So I've reversed that. Pre-diabetes. I didn't want diabetes. I'll tell you that. I don't want that. And so that was a diet-related thing, lowering glycemic index, uh, glycemic load. And it's easier than I thought. A lot of great foods out there. I just make better choices. I just can't eat like I did when I was a kid. Let's face it, we can't eat like we did when we were a kid. We can't eat candy and cookies and donuts and cakes and pastries and expect to be healthy. Kids can, because they're so active and they need that sugar. They need that for energy, and it's not going to hurt them in general. Now there are getting be where kids can be obese, but in general, if kids eat a little snack here and there, it's not going to hurt them. But adults, we need to watch things like that. We need to watch simple carbohydrates. But we need more, complex carbs, vegetables, fruits, grains, nuts, seeds. That's a lot of good food there, people. If you go to a supermarket, now I kind of tend to be in the produce department a lot. I fill up a basket full of produce, and that's good stuff. Spinach, kale, carrots, cucumbers, broccoli, cauliflower, salad items, beets, fruits and vegetables, a bag of grapefruit, apples. I love Red Delicious, Gala apples, sweet potatoes, all kinds of good food there. In that produce department, you can fill a basket up. People say it's cheaper to eat unhealthy than it is to eat healthy. No. No. I don't know where they're getting that. Unless they're buying these processed things in the grocery store that say, healthy, and it's not. It's processed and it's not. Or fast food or junk food, or it's cheap, but it's not nutritious. And when you don't eat nutritious food, you know what happens? Your body keeps telling you that you need to eat more. We're not getting nutrition. Eat more. So you keep eating and eating this junk food, eating non-nutritious food. And what does that lead to? Obesity, hypertension, high blood pressure, diabetes. Bad diseases, heart disease, stroke. Well, I'm a highly vegan. I call myself a balanced vegan because vegetables and fruits, plant-based foods, do not contain the type of cholesterol that clogs your arteries. Okay? Plant-based foods don't. They actually cleanse your body. They cleanse your arteries. They detoxify you. And so, and they help to, I don't know if you knew this, but plant-based foods help to prevent heart disease and blood vessel diseases and pulmonary diseases. They actually, studies show, help to prevent cancer. It actually reverses it. It helps to reverse it in some cases. So what an amazing thing, plant-based foods. So just want to come here today to talk to you about this great workout. A 5-minute workout, so easy to do. You can do it. Anybody can do it. If you can't do, it's one repetition. If you can't do one, think about it. You can't do anything. I mean, the only thing less than one is nothing. So if you can't do one, check with your doctor. I always say, check with your doctor first. Make sure you can exercise. And then join me here on my podcast Monday through Friday. Or watch some of my videos about how to exercise. And I'll try to post more about exactly how to do each exercise, how to do it with different equipment, to try to get everybody involved. This channel is new, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here for a long time. I'm not here to be one of these YouTube millionaires. I'm here to help people. Love to have this out of my pocket. I'm going to do it for you. Not here to sell nothing. Not here, you won't hear me saying the things that everybody else says. You'll notice that. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm here for you. So, join me here. All I ask from you is to join me from time. People think about strength as being physical, about power, strength, and it is. But another kind of strength that people overlook is the strength to just show up, to be here, to be consistent. It takes strength. It takes determination. It takes effort a lot of times. So that takes strength too, and I appreciate that. And when you do show up, when you do one of these little exercises with me, pat yourself on the back. You did it. And put a mark on your calendar. I've got a calendar here. It's marked every day, because this is so easy. I can do it. And you know what? It's changed me. It has changed my health. So I pass it along to you. It'd be selfish for me to find something that works for me, and that when I tell other people, they dismiss it, So it's the World Wide Web. This is going out to millions of people. I know that there's people out there who will try it, who will listen to me. And if you do, and you like it, please support it. Please comment, and I'll try to be positive here. I try to be positive, and we'll try to do our very best to be better for our loved ones, our friends, our pets, ourselves. Try to be better people for this world. Healthier, stronger. Strong, healthy seniors. Thanks for joining me today. Again, I'm Bill. We'll see you next time. Again. Appreciate you joining me. And have a great day.